Okay guys, I just thought I'd share with you my small homemade solar setup here. I have about 1600 watts of panels, all 12 volt panels. And I have these 8 panels you see in the frame here, 2, 4, 6, and then those 2 on the end right there on the far left is 8 panels. I have those panels wired into my charge controllers. And these panels over here are not wired into my charge controller, as I don't have a charge controller large enough to support this array of panels. So I'll just take you inside. I have these just hardwired into my battery bank, and I'll take you in my garage and show you what I got going on here. But this is my solar setup that I thought I'd share with you. Let's take a look. Okay, here's my battery bank and everything I got going on. I'll try and explain it to you as fast as I can possibly do this. This is my solar power. The panels that are actually hooked to the charge controller are coming through this line, going through this quick disconnect, and then they're going down to these charge controllers. And my battery banks is at 12.5. That's my amps coming in 19.1 and 18.1. And this charge controller has a load on it, which is the lights over my head. They're 12 volt lights that are connected to this terminal here. So that's 18 amps coming in. That's my load on it, which is these LEDs, these 12 volt LED strips that I have here over my head. And over here on my other side of the garage, over my messy work tables. But so you can see the power I'm making from the panels that are on the charge controller. 19 amps there and 18 amps here. You'll see here. That's 18 amps there and 19 amps coming in on this, and that 12 volts. So that's what I got coming in on my charge controllers. That's all these charge controllers can handle. They're actually rated at 15 amps, but I have a little more than that coming in. And that's the panels that are on the charge controller, the power that I'm making coming in, and it's going down here to my battery bank. That would be these green wires coming into my battery bank, my 2 positives and 2 negatives. They're on different ends of my battery bank, as you can see. And then the panels that I don't have on my battery bank, I'll show you with my Fluke here how much power I'm making on those. I mean the panels that I don't have on charge controller. Sorry about that. So I'll take this, and this is the panels that I don't have on charge controller right here, just clipped on. As you can see, that's probably about 40 amps coming in right here on this. And so I'll just put the Fluke around it just to see what we're making on that array. And that will be this white wire here on that cable. And as you can see, well, can you see that? We are making 48 amps on the panels that are not connected to my charge controller, that are just clipped into the battery bank. That cable there, doing kind of hard to see, doing 48 amps plus the amps I'm doing on my charge controllers here. But that will be from on this clipped on cable and this one back here. And as far as my battery bank go, I actually have a 2 gauge wire, one solid piece of 2 gauge wire stranded through all my negatives on my battery bank, and it loops, if you can follow that loop back there, and loops into this side and follows all my negatives on this side of the battery bank to there. And then I have a negative and positive here, well, positive and negative here. And then I have same thing on my positive side, this loop here with the red tape on. It goes and loops and goes up this side here, connects all my positives. And then, so this is a solid strand of 2 gauge, ran through these terminals. I had to bend these terminals to get them to work with these type battery posts, but made them work. It's, I don't know if you guys can see that, but anyway. And then on my inverters, I have a 2-aught. This is 2-aught wire running to my 2 trip light inverters. This is a trip light APS 2012, and this is a trip light APS 2012. They're 2,000 watt inverters. They're capable of 4,000 watts for 1 hour and 5,000 watts for like 10 minutes or something like that. They're pretty monstrous inverters. They're only 120 volt inverters. They're 120. They're not they can't do 220 or 240. But these inverters, they do real well. I have a lot of stuff running on them. I'm talking about Xbox 360s, PlayStations, side-by-side refrigerators, a couple microwaves, washer machine, dishwasher, and I'll take you inside and show you some of that stuff in a second. But these inverters, they're also built-in battery chargers. They're hardwire inverters. So this is my AC going out, and it's going up these lines here, these PVC pipes, and across my ceiling of my garage, and then they come over here to this breaker box. So excuse my drill press here in the way, but this is my original breaker box grid that I labeled grid, and this is my new breaker box that I labeled solar. So what I did here is I just took everything that I wanted to run off solar off of my grid box and wired it into this box and powering it on solar. I have my solar feed in this box from my inverters, and it works out pretty well for me. I'll just take you inside to kind of show you some of the items I'm running on my system here. Well, I'm running I purchased a couple extra smoke alarms, fire alarms, and also a fire extinguisher just for safety. But I wash every load of clothes we wash in this house. They get washed on solar. Of course, I can't run the dryer. The dryer's 220. That sucks. But all my clothes we wash in the home gets run on solar. And up in here, my kitchen, I have a typical kitchen. Use everything just like normal people would use. Have a big side-by-side refrigerator there, microwave over the stove, toaster oven, another microwave there on the counter, dishwasher. All these appliances on the counter, they all run on solar, except the stove, of course. That's 220. But dishwasher and all these appliances across here, including this big side-by-side refrigerator, all runs on solar. Cook pot and everything there. And in my family room here, everything in this room, this whole room runs on solar, everything. I'm talking about Xbox 360. That's out my back window. You can see my solar panels there in the backyard. But we play Rock Band on solar, run the computer. This is a gaming computer. It has for you guys who know about this, it has a Radeon 5870 iFinity 6th edition graphics card. Can run 6 monitors at once on it. I play flight simulators. We run PlayStation 3 on it, watch Blu-ray movies, the Yamaha receiver with the Bose surround sound system, the cable box, and we run Xbox 360. I don't know if you guys can see that, it's kind of dark, with the Kinect. I run subwoofers and power supplies. I have a home theater subwoofer, homemade subwoofer there. Does great. Run projectors, lamps, ceiling fan, light fixtures, and I also, in this room, this is like an exercise room here. This is some of the equipment I have in some of my computers there. But anyway, I run all this. I run this computer, which is a gaming computer, a small gaming computer. It doesn't have a big graphics card in it. This is an Antec skeleton case that I built. Has a dedicated graphics card, PCI slot. It has Blu-ray burner and drive. It has a standard 500 gig hard drive and an SSD hard drive. 3D monitor. I do 3D gaming on solar. That's my solar panels in the backyard again. But my house is a 4-bedroom house with a guest house, and it's all 90% of my 120 uses on solar. Almost everything in my house is on solar at 120. This is the guest apartment that I have here. It has fluorescent lights in it that's on solar, ceiling fan, and everything that's on solar. No one's staying in this apartment now, as you can see. That refrigerator I had running on solar, but now that no one uses this place, I cleaned it out and unplugged it. That stove is not running on solar, of course. This apartment has upstairs, but just to give you guys an idea on the things I'm running on solar. So if I lease this place out or anything, it won't cost me a penny for electricity, should I say. It's all on solar. So I think that's it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll try and keep this video at 10 minutes. Have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll try and answer them. Bye.